This is Deepal Shah with Ananda for Life. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to tell you how you can find the best in the worst. My name is Deepal Shah again, and I help people transform their health. Before we get started, I want you to grab some coffee, tea, water, whatever your heart desires, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to dive in right now. We got to find the best in the worst. Okay? We always look at our worst experiences as being negative. But can we find them to be positive? For me, I can say my trauma, and I can say that the trauma that I've been through can dictate my entire life, and I could find the negative and the worst in everything that I do. But what can I do today to find the positive in the trauma that I've been through? So, we're going to go through some steps, and I'm going to share with you how you can find the best in the worst. Now, just like myself, many of you may have been through some form of trauma. For me, it was my mom not believing in me after I had been through one of the worst experiences of my life at the age of 10. And it's sometimes difficult to speak about our traumas because our traumas are very deep. They're a very deep part of us that we hold on to, um, that we tend to marinate our energies into. We spend way too much energy there in our traumas because we keep bringing them up, and they have so much emotions attached to them. And this is what causes diseases or discomforts in the body when we do that to ourselves. So, for me, my mom not believing in me created an experience for me later down the years of depression and panic attacks. But you know what? I came out more resilient and found my life's purpose of helping people with their health issues, because eventually these traumas create health issues. My trauma created digestive issues from mouth to anus. I mean, I cannot tell you how many issues I had, and it was all in my digestive tract. And let me tell you, what your digestive system is saying, that you're not able to metabolize and digest what happened to you. And I know many of my clients have been through much, much trauma where it saddens me and brings tears to my eyes because of what I hear. And it's unfortunate that as a child, you're powerless and you have to go through that. Well, you're having to go through that. Not that you have to go through that, but you're having to go through that experience. But I want you to know that from that experience, I know you have become more resilient than ever before. And maybe just like myself, you are on a spiritual journey. You've become a healer. You've become more empathic. You've become more intuitive. And you're on a healing journey, probably, which is great because those are all the steps and all the things that you can do in order to heal from what has happened, because you have to recognize your spirit. What has your spirit been through? Because trauma shatters your spirit and your soul and your mind and body and your energy field. So going through all that trauma has made me recognize that others have been through the same type of traumas of molestation or abuse or rape. And so for me, I'm so passionate about helping humanity. And the best way for me to do it is through energy healing. I'm not an MD. I don't plan on doing my medical degree. However, I have discovered energy healing, and energy healing has brought so much into the lives of many that are on a healing journey. So if you're a victim of life or are going to find, and you want to find your victory, right? You're going to go find your victory, but you just don't know how. Your victory can be anything. You have to find that within you. The victory is within you. It's within each and every one of us. And we just have to tap into that. So, how can you find the best in the worst situations and experiences? You can do that by number one, tapping into those emotions. 90% of our emotions are repressed. Tap into what emotions are behind the trauma that you're still holding on to. This is very, very important. Number two, in order to release these emotions, have somebody help you, okay? Somebody like myself or a therapist or somebody to help you release these repressed emotions. Another way to do it, if you want to do it on your own, is by writing these emotions down. And I teach a lot about writing things down, because when you write things down, you transfer them on paper and you're transferring that out of you onto something else. That's why it's so important to transfer that energy. Okay, that's how energy is. It needs to be transferred, especially if it's bringing you down. Okay, you don't need low vibrational energy. You want to keep your energy high, because that's what's keeping you in blissful states and happy states. But then you have those triggers of the past and those past memories that come through, and it brings you down. Okay, and it's all the emotions that come through with your triggers. Okay, when I talk about triggers, I'm talking about anything. It could be a car accident. It could be a robbery. It could be something, a passing or a death of a loved one. It could be abuse, rape, molestation, anything that has caused a shock within your system, where your nervous system just stays in fight or flight. So we have to calm all these energies down. We have to calm the energies within you and outside of you. And we have to take care of them, because they are the root causes of your discomfort and your triggers. I mean, don't you get tired of being angry every time somebody says something? You know, right now with all of the elections and the pandemic going on, people are triggered so easily. You say one thing and it explodes. I mean, just check out having these conversations with family members, right? Everybody has a different belief, everybody has a different say so. Well, many of these say so's are triggered by past experiences. And then you could see that they're starting to get angry and uncomfortable with the conversations, right? Maybe their voice, the pitch of their voice gets louder. So people are being triggered right now. So transfer your energy so that you could keep your peace within you and make the best out of the worst. And number three, in order to make the best out of the worst, is to Recognize that it did happen to you, but it's not happening now, and you are more powerful than ever. Don't allow yourself to lose your own power over a past experience. Yeah, it was traumatic, but you don't have to dwell upon it. Once you recognize the emotions behind it, once you say, okay, yes, it happened to me, you're going to be able to release it because you're surrendering to it. So allow all of these energies to come up and out. When you can find that silence, you will see that that silence is more powerful than any anger or any frustration or sadness or grief that you're holding on to. Remember, we attach ourselves to our emotions, to our triggers. We make that decision to make those attachments. And when you become too emotionally attached, you live in the past and you can't find the best. And so it's time to find the best in the worst. And so thanks for being here. I am Deepal Shah. Don't forget, if you like this video, subscribe and like my video. I'll see you all soon.